Welcome to the Spartan Factory, brought to you by Beyond the Big Ten. I got my man Jerel Worthy with me. I'm BJ Cunningham. What's good with you, Word?
You was good, big dog.
What's good, bro? It's been a minute, man. We've been, shaking and shooking and jiving. Our schedules ain't been matching up. We sorry, y'all. We try to give y'all something. We just been, we're a family man. He real busy. I've been busy
Locked
doing my
in.
thing too. So everything smooth with you though? You good?
Bro, life is good, man. Shoot, just wrapped up football season. Little man out there got him a little ring at the end of the year.
I
Now we
seen
getting
that.
ready for track field. So I'm trying to turn my daughter into little Serena. I'm out there like Will going crazy.
It's lit.
I'm trying I'm trying to get her locked in. Like I got the tennis rackets. Like I'm locked in. You should have seen this last night getting some reps in.
Bro, I love that, bro. I love that. You got both of them on the sports, man. Baby girl on the tennis. Tennis got the how your footwork crazy. If I'm not mistaken, right? Her footwork
Boy, I
probably
be
stupid.
turning them icky shuffle crazy. Look, I be
Yeah,
turning them up. Look,
yeah. It's in the
turn them babies
G's.
up.
It's in the
Look, turn
G's.
them babies up. Shoot, you already know how it go.
Hell yeah. But nah, man. Let's just get right into it. Michigan State. I know we a little behind. We hired our head coach finally. Jonathan Smith from Oregon State University. All right, the
hmm
other OSU. Okay. Um, if you go back, what was it, a few weeks ago? I called this, not called the hire, but I said this is one of the hires I would really like to see. Just for
From an
the fact
offensive perspective,
from an offensive
yeah.
perspective,
You
exactly, because
mentioned
he's
a
an
couple
offensive
guys.
coach. Yeah, and he was one of the guys I was like, okay, I kind of rock with it. And
hmm
I ain't gonna lie, I liked your takes way better. The hard line and my man's from Florida State, those was nice. But I feel the direction that I feel like our program needed to go at this point right now
hmm
is offense. I feel like our defense is like is we've always been a core defensive team, I feel like. So now I feel like it's time for us to, withstand that offensive power that's in the Big Ten already and coming to the Big Ten. How you feel about the hire, bro?
Well, I think it's good because you got USC coming in, you got Washington coming in, you got guys that are can compete at a high level. UCLA, you got all the good teams coming into the Big Ten, and so for I would say a coach that has competed against him, scouted these teams, been able to play and recruit on the West Coast. I think that's definitely going to be big for Michigan State. Having kids that I would say come into the program that understand they're gonna get a chance to still travel back west and get back home because that's the big thing, man. You talk about those recruits, man. Ain't nobody coming all the way across the country unless they know for sure they get an opportunity to go back home, see their fam, have an opportunity to spend Thanksgiving with the fam or whatever. So, with a lot of these recruits right now, man, they get a chance to really fill it out, man. And I think the big thing is, you know, there's a lot of movement right now, transfer portal, guys here, guys there. You got a fresh set of eyes coming into the building, man. And, BJ, you've had a chance to come in with a new coach. I think, with Coach D'Antonio, myself coming right after that. I think that's that transition to a new coach, a new set of eyes, man. And, you know, having the opportunity to go out there in the spring and compete, man, I think a lot of these players are going to be in a good position to really prove themselves, man, because all they know right now is, they played bad football last year, but they get a fresh start now, man. I mean, no bowl game. They doing nothing but evaluating straight from the top all the way to the bottom. So, I mean, I like the hire. I mean, what you think about it?
I will say, like I said, I like the hire. I will say though, we're definitely gonna have to be patient. I don't think that anything, Rome. I hate to saying, but Rome was not built in a day. They say, people
No.
would say that, but I even hate it. But at this moment in point, this point in time, and with what's going on in our program, what we dealt with our past coach, he has a lot to come in and clean up with
hmm
that's on the field and off the field. You know what I'm saying? So, and then don't bring in NIL into this and the other
hmm
guys that he needs to bring that he wants that want to come with him and guys that he that's I mean just being a new coach in these type of situations. Yeah, you get your this is what you get paid for though. So yeah, I'm happy about the hire, but I'm really interested to see how he handles the off the field things that have gone on, in the program and see how he adjusts to that, and how he adjusts to the pressure from the alumni and the fans. You know,
Hmm.
that's I mean that's really where your pressure comes from. For real, you don't really have you got an AD, but you don't got a GM breathing down your neck. You get to pick who you want for real. So it's really all on you. So I feel like him. No, go ahead.
I was about to piggyback, bro. I
Oh,
was just gonna say, like, I mean, you right about it, because I mean, Coach D had some success. There was some, I would say, some sustainability amongst the group a little bit. You know what I'm saying? For a couple years, we at least knew we was competing for bowl games consistently at that point.
right.
And then, obviously Coach Tucker came in and they had a chance to, piggyback off of, a couple years of displacement between Coach D and Coach Tuck. But I think at the end of the day, man, it's like for us, bro, if we can get the quarterback drives, saying the recruits, the quarterback calms people down in tough situations. I mean, there's a lot of them out there that's available to us. Hell, shoot, we even had 3 jump in the portal from our team, so we know we at least got 3 spots open right now. I
Oh,
mean,
they look, all them
you
QBs
know,
seen our quarterbacks leave. They said, "Oh wait, they don't got no QBs over there.
man
Let
got,
me sign up."
and they got 3 roster spots open.
That's
So,
crazy.
but I don't know, man. I think we're moving in the right direction. They did have a chance to retain a couple of the coaches from last year, not the coordinators. You already know we had to get them babies up out of there. I ain't even gonna lie
Facts.
to you. But as far as everybody else, Coach Hawkins, true Spartan dog.
Yep.
Coach Barnett, true Spartan
Yep.
dog. Guys that understand the culture, speak the culture the right way, and still have those Midwest ties. I mean, because you got to understand, Buddy is coming from the West Coast.
Yes.
Coach Jonathan Smith is coming from the West Coast, and so you're gonna need those coaches that have those good relationships with those Midwest schools. Ohio, Michigan, Illinois. I mean, guys that have come into our program and I would say substantially changed it. I know me and you ourselves, being both from Ohio. I mean, we've come in and had a great career up under Michigan State. So did Javon Ringer, so did Le'Veon Bell. I mean, there's a number of us that have had success there. Greg Jones, and so for us, to have those Midwest ties would be great for Michigan State, man. So they definitely did right by keeping the right guys in the building.
Nah, yeah, I'm glad they kept Coach Barnett and Coach Hawk, man, because it's bro. They both played at. They were both played at MSU. Were some dogs. Both played in the league for a long time, and they had the players' respect. Me, if I'm going to be the CEO of a new company, right? I'm gonna want at least a few people that work there, that have been there, that or that know their way around the building.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Especially people that I'm gonna be having to deal with every day. I'd rather it be one of them. So I feel like he got the right guys. That I feel like he's Coach Barnett was, like you said, we talked about earlier, was our DB coach when me and Werv played in college 12 years ago. So, and I remember Coach Hawk. I remember all love and respect for my man Coach Terrence Samuel. He changed my game. But when Coach D helped, me and Keith Nickel were helping Coach D recruit a receiver coach for our senior year, because Coach Trey went to the University of Miami, Ohio.
Mm-hmm.
Coach Hawkins, I got to interview Coach Hawkins. I ran to Coach D's office like, hire him right now, please.
Yeah.
And obviously I'm not the decision maker. He had his decisions of why, and what I mean, whatever. But I mean, I vouched for the man 15 years ago, 12 years ago.
Mm-hmm.
So I do like him, Stan. He's a great coach, great guy. Him, same with Coach Barnett, great coach, great men, great leaders. And I feel like that's really going to be the glue of the coaching staff, their
Yeah.
connection to the players. Because mind you, like we said, we need that connection with the players and the coaches, because that's what's not that disconnect is what we need as an offense. I'm saying as an offense.
Yeah.
So yeah, I'm
Yeah.
with you on that.
Nah, you're right, bro. I mean, you can't have no new face come in there and just that boy don't know how to speak the language. I told you, you
That's a
need
fact.
somebody that's gonna be able to speak them, you know what I'm saying, them buff
Yeah.
language, you know what I mean? You gotta get to the east side, the west side of the D. You gotta make sure that, you tapping in with a lot of those Midwest schools too, man. So I mean, I think they got the right guys in place.
What was it when Obama was going shaking everybody's hand? He said, "Hello,
Yeah.
hello, my dog, Deputy Bud." He said, "Hello, how you doing? How you doing? How you doing?" My
Bro,
man.
we gotta have them dudes in the building,
That's
man.
a
But that's what
fact.
makes it so, I don't know, man. That's what makes it great, bro. Like that's the cool part about, I would say, college coaching, because you never know. You could be up on out that door, or they can be like, hey man, hey, hold on, just chill for a minute, man. We gonna keep you guys another year or two. And I think, they got the right guys for the job. So, as long as we get the right, I would say, the coaching aspect together, the continuity at the leadership position, bro, everything is going to work itself out, man. They got a lot of guys in that building that can make plays. We're going to have a lot of new guys that can make plays, man. And so, like we talked about before, if we can get a few of these, one or two of these quarterbacks to come in and compete at a high level, the quarterbacks bring receivers. Receivers going to want to go play with guys that they know they can throw them the football, that they know that they can compete with. They know that they, on 3rd and 5, 3rd and 6, they're going to find a way to get them the football. And so if we have that guy, under center for us, which, like I told you before, we got 3 quarterback positions sitting wide open right now. If we have the right guy that can make plays, I would say, through the air and on the ground, then that gives us a great advantage in a Big Ten that, as you can see, bro, with Ohio State, if Ohio State had a mobile quarterback like they were traditionally had in the past, and I think at the end of the day, they're going to be on the other side of, that Ohio State Michigan game. And so they had a quarterback, in McCord, that really couldn't, do much physically past, throw the ball. And then so I think at the end of the day, we saw what how that ended up for those guys. And they're gonna have a tough task, bro, with Milroe in that
Mm.
semifinal, bro, against Alabama. So I'm telling you, it's gonna come down to that. So those are the types of quarterbacks that, for me, going up against a Penn State who is top 10 defense, Ohio State who's top 10 defense, Michigan who's top 10 defense, I want to be able to play 11 on 11. Like, I don't want to be in a situation where it's just 10 on 11 and it's we punt team up. I hate that. I'm telling you,
Oh
I hate that.
no.
Is probably one of the worst. That's probably one of the worst calls in football, especially from defense offensive perspective. Punt team, get ready. As soon as you hear that, you already know what time it is.
Man, look. I'm in Columbus, bro. You in the A, right? You in the A?
Yep, yep,
Bro,
yep.
I'm in Columbus, bro. I'm around these wild Ohio State fans. When I tell you, they probably ran that boy Kyle McCord out of Columbus so fast. That boy was probably getting death threats, man. Like, like, and he was a package deal. You know that, right?
Mm, I
So
didn't know that.
him and Marvin Harrison Jr. went to high school together, and that's his man's. So
Oh,
it's
he put
like,
his mans on.
yeah, but it really looks like a package deal now. Like, it's just like, we should have just we should have just we should have just did our due diligence and recruited him. Nah, let me stop.
We
But for
spent the
real, like,
meal, spent a millie.
that's how they talking out here, bro. So it's just like, I feel bad for buddy, but at the end of the day, you got a ball, man. It's ball
Got a
hard
ball.
university out here with this transfer portal, and one bad year, kids be ready to leave. One good year, kids be ready to leave. It's crazy. It's crazy.
But
You see
I
Dylan
mean, but you talk
Gabriel.
about. Go ahead,
You see Dylan Gabriel from Oklahoma. Dip. He getting out of there.
dude.
UCLA's quarterback Dante Moore getting out of there. He was
Hey,
straight. He
that's
was
a
a fresh.
Michigan. That's a Michigan product though. That's Dante Moore is a high. He
Yeah,
played in high school in Michigan.
he
I ain't
from the
gonna lie to you.
Minton.
I cannot pronounce Oregon State's quarterback. I'm gonna just call him DJ. Mama name him DJ. I'm gonna call him DJ. I don't know how to
Yeah,
call him
ukulele,
ukulele. I don't want to, what I'm
ukulele.
saying? I don't want to call him
Yeah,
ukulele. But listen, at the end of the day, my dog can ball. What I'm saying? You
very
had a
true.
successful season leaving Clemson. What I'm saying? At the end of the day, they done ran you up out of there in the ACC. He went to the Pac-12, had some success with a coordinator and the offense, with a head coach that know how to put him out there and put him in the right position to make plays. I think he'll be a solid pickup for us. Buddy about 6'3", 240. So he definitely can handle the pressure in the Big Ten. So I definitely think that'll be a great opportunity for us. But I'm gonna just keep it 100 with you, man. Let me just go ahead and keep it 100. Like, we have not seen I would say an African American quarterback, starting quarterback at Michigan State University since Tony Banks. And
Mm,
I feel like for
talk to
us,
him.
we need to be in a situation where we are exploring what that might look like. What does that dual threat quarterback look like under center for Michigan State University? I mean, we've already had, several guys win multiple awards at running back, receiver, defensive back, all these other prime positions, but we have not seen that style of quarterback under center for Michigan State University. So maybe that'd be something we look at, man, because I think at the end of the day, the teams that we're competing against, they're not afraid to pull the trigger on a guy like that. And they don't mind taking a chance on a kid that can make plays through the air, halfway decent, but he is so electric with his feet. And so I think that might be something that we should explore later on down the line.
I like that. I like that. Yeah, get some. Let's get some little bit. You want a little bit of color back there, a little bit.
I do
That's
little
what it
bit of
sounds like
seasoning.
there, brother. Sounds
Little
like you
little
want.
saison. You know what I'm saying?
He
Look.
says that's
Nah,
some.
hold on.
No, you
Not,
want some Lowry's back
not
there.
saison.
You want some
Look, I want
Lowry's back
Lowry's
there.
back there. Look, hold on. We do need Lowry's back there. Hold on now. Hold on now.
Some Franks. You need some Franks back there. Some Franks red hot.
Bro, listen, going crazy, bro. Listen, if the quarterback that I know don't like cracked chicken, like, listen, he can't throw for me. Look, he got to be. Look, if he ain't down off Michigan with that cracked chicken, bro, I'm telling you, he can't throw for me.
What kind of condiments we've been had back there?
Man, oh my God, you talking about the condiments?
Yeah, that we had at quarterback. We already. You said we need some Franks. So
Man, yeah, we had. You talking about if we going off this past year, dog? Ooh, listen, we had like a little relish back there. You wasn't nobody really just picking.
Nobody
them.
eat the relish.
Nobody really just grab relish like that. We had a cup. We had them. We had one of them. Shoot, we had cottage cheese at one point.
All right, that's
over
enough.
there.
All right, that's enough. That's enough. That's enough. My man talking about relish and cottage cheese.
You just push them to the side in the fridge. Like, hold on, bro. Oh, I can't even listen.
I'm about to just heat up a pizza, a frozen pizza.
Yeah, man, make some toast.
But I feel what you saying, man. I ain't gonna lie, you took it to Tony Banks. What was that, like late 90s?
Bro, I think that might be early 90s. I think he
90s?
might have been a little bit right after Harlan Barnett, which is
Ooh,
crazy.
So that's HB man. That's HB man.
Might be. I'm on for real, bro. I think, dude, you talking about, I mean, it's been a while. And so for us, bro, if we get a guy like that, I think at the end of the day, if they got dudes going to Nebraska, they got dudes going out to Iowa, they got, you know what I'm saying? Like,
they out there, you say
what we
out
doing?
there.
What we doing? Come on. You know
Ohio
what I'm saying?
State. Ohio State had all Franks red hot back there for the past 10 years.
Look,
The only one that didn't do good was the relish. Huh?
Man, come on, man. Alabama been having consistent gumbo for so long. Like, you know what I'm saying? Come on, man. They make it happen, bro.
That's true.
They make it happen for sure.
True.
So I think for us, bro, we gotta explore, man. And it takes a guy with the right imagination. Like Jonathan Smith is gonna come in, and I think from a attitude perspective is gonna get our guys ready to go. You know what I'm saying? Because he said in his presser, he said low ego, high output. So I think at the end of the day, he's already understood that, there's guys that have, that are currently in the program or currently not in the program at the moment that are, you know what I'm saying, have been perceived as prima donnas, have been perceived as guys that, aren't willing necessarily to go the extra mile regardless of the scenario. And so he wants those types of guys in the building. And obviously, BJ, we played with guys, plenty of guys that have been like that before, that have been selfless and wanted to be all about the team. And so, if he can get that, that's cool. But I think at the end of the day, it's going to come down to, when we go against Ohio State, Penn State, Michigan, UCLA, USC, it's going to come down to the Jimmies and Joes, and we're going to have to have a lot of them boys. So
it's definitely going to come down to the Jimmies and Joes, because I ain't going to lie. That's what our team full of right now at the moment until this portal go through. So look, that's going to be the base of our team. So
yeah.
I feel like him coming from the West Coast, just like you said, he got the guys in the building already that know how to do the Big Ten thing, the Big Ten ball, the energy, how it is. But also, I like the fact that we got a West Coast guy coming to our team to bring that different type of style play, type of mindset. I feel like I just feel like You know how it is. Just even going out to that part of the country is just a little bit different. It's a little bit more upbeat. Practice might even be a little more upbeat. He might even be a little more upbeat type of guy. We
He
don't
might
even know
be.
that. He might be. He looked, and he was Chad Ochocinco's QB in college. I was Chad, because
He
Chad
threw
went to
that. He
Oregon
threw that
State.
thing. Hey, nah,
Yeah,
he won.
so
He
he could
won. Like he did win.
like
He did win.
don't get him messed up. He might be able to relate a little bit too now, and that's exactly what I wanted. He actually played at Oregon State with TJ Houshmandzadeh and
Mm-hmm.
Ocho Cinco, so he knows what it's like to have two big headed, big minded, maybe one prima donna or two wide receivers who need the football and need volume catches, and you got to be able to be the one to feed them and calm them down. I feel like he can handle that. Quarterback coming to the sideline, not being able to help him with his reads. What did you see? Talking with, because it's different. Your head coach doing it than your QB coach reporting to the head coach. You feel what I'm saying? I don't know if me and my receiver have, if me and my receiver coach having a conversation, I saw something. He feels me, but I don't know if he gonna necessarily have my back when the head coach come and
Mm-hmm.
ask him what
Yeah, yeah.
happened. You feel what I'm saying? He might be like, I don't know what he saw, but my receiver coach might come to me like, shit, I feel you, bro. You get
Yeah.
to the coach like, I don't know what he saw. I don't know. We didn't work on that. Like, what? You just said you feel me.
But I got a question though, real quick. I got a question. Do you, because in the defensive line room, we have like a run guy and then we have like a pass rush guy, right? And so what I consider pass rush for us, I would consider for you getting off press man, you know what I'm saying, working your releases, you know what I mean, and kind of getting off the line of scrimmage. Would you hire Chad Johnson as your release coach on getting off the press man?
Getting off press man?
Yeah.
Yes.
Do you guys or I would say another question, do you guys have those like where you have a coach
No.
that's specifically tailored towards getting off the press?
Bro, you know how you loved Coach Gill?
Yeah.
And he put you on like I played professional football
Mm-hmm.
for what 11 years. Before that, I started my 10th. So I've been playing football for 15 years. I probably had Coach Samuel, my receiver coach, my senior year,
Mm-hmm.
and Coach Cully, my receiver coach in Philly.
Coach Cully, I love Coach Cully.
The old coach in Texas for the Texans. But yeah, Coach Cully, he was where you had him at?
Man, Buffalo.
Oh, Buffalo. Okay, so that was my receiver coach in Philly with D-Jack, Macklin, Avant, all them boys. Cool. But those are the only two coaches I ever learned anything from at my position. Because mind you, receiver is almost your receiver coach, bro. Almost is like a, I don't even want to like like the wrong. Let me put it like this: the wrong receiver coach. Because mind you, coaching is all like a brotherhood, a fraternity. I get hired. I'm about to hire my mans. I'm gonna hire my homie who really don't know as much. I'm not gonna put him at O-line. I'm not gonna put him at DB. I'm gonna put him at receiver coach.
Oh, I didn't know that. That's how it goes.
Yeah, that's so.
Oh,
So
damn.
if you put your homie at the receiver coach. Now, if he nice, he might work his way to pass game coordinator and do his thing. But if you the head coach, bro, you putting your boy, your mans that you trying to put on, you put him at receiver coach to get started. Bro, most receiver coaches I had in the league, bro, came from the O-line. They were O-line here, but like they didn't even like. It's just like you know what I'm saying. It's that thing. It's that respect. Being a player, having a coach that played your position and played the game at a high level is a big deal. That's what I'm trying to say.
Okay.
You feel what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like Coach Sam played at Purdue. Hawk played at Michigan State. Coach D played at South Carolina, DB. And where was he at? He was always with the DBs. Whether he went pro or not, he knew 10 toes down, baby. You better go make that play. That was you. Like,
your
you know
ass
what I'm
better
saying?
tackle.
Yeah.
Our DBs tackle here.
We tackle. Yeah, down here. That's why we was in that 4, low 4.
Going crazy.
Damn near probably. But it's just like now we got a head coach who our quarterback can feel comfortable just go reporting straight to, because he's gonna have a lot to do with the play calling. I'm not saying we calling the plays, but your offensive head, most offensive head coaches are involved in the play calling. Am I right?
Yeah, no, you're right about that.
Yeah, so if a play gets called, the head coach, when they'll come off the field, the head coach is gonna know if the quarterback made the right read on that play or not, because he was watching the game too. That's what and he's gonna come and make sure he's accountable, and they're gonna talk about it. And I feel like that's That's all we need. Just some connection between our most important player on the team and the leader of our team.
Yeah.
We need them to be on the same page, and I feel like we haven't had that since ever. Just we were blessed. Me and you were blessed to have good quarterbacks in our era, and a little bit after that.
That quarterback room was crazy. That quarterback room was crazy, bro.
The first one I got Hoyer, Brian Hoyer, Nick Foles, Kirk Cousins, right? Then after that, it was Kirk Cousins, Keith Nichol, 5-star from Michigan, Connor Cook,
Rose Bowl champ,
went to the league, played for Oakland. It's just like we were blessed with just having like talented quarterbacks who really didn't need too much what's the word? Coddling.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Action. They kind of came in with that mindset like, not like, am I good enough? Even Kirk, he was a 3-star. He came in like, what's good, bro?
Right.
So I feel like honestly, I'm gonna get off it, but I feel like that's what Jonathan Smith is gonna come in. I feel like that's gonna be his biggest addition to the team that we can see right away on the field. That's how I feel.
Look, turn us up. At the end of the day, Michigan State, if y'all need us to hit these kids, we in the portal, we live, bring them on the pod, get these boys locked in, green and white all day. You already know what time it is. Look, turn us up.
Turn us up, man. Now, let's talk some college football playoffs, man. They just picked the teams, the 4 teams that's going to the playoffs.
Yeah.
You know, are they changing it to 12 next year?
Boy, I hope so. I tell you what, I hope so, because they got some guys 12. Left out on the, you know what I'm saying, on the window. They out there like, can't even
get in. Michigan at number 1. Man, did you see their reaction when they had to play Alabama?
Hey, hold on now, BJ. Listen, hold on.
Oh my God.
Come on. Now we done had that Bama experience. Now let's go ahead and break that down. Now listen. You sitting in that room too. If you haven't known what you had known from the day you known it on that field against them Bama boys, would you have had the reaction would you honestly, me personally, I probably would have stood up like, man, let's go. Like, you know what I'm saying? Because I like playing the best dudes. But the collective.
You would have seen a lot of false confidence in that room. I'm telling you. Yeah. Oh, shit. It'd have been a lot of false confidence in that room, boy.
A lot of false confidence because, bro, I believe that is probably when we played those dudes. Was it 2010 when we played them? Was 2010? I think
that was 2010 because I broke my foot. I didn't get to play. I was like, good. Oh
you didn't get to, bro. Listen, God spared you.
That's what my mom said.
God spared you because
my mom said that. She said, baby, I'm so glad you didn't play. Everybody was getting hurt that game.
God spared you. Because I was out there. Bro. From a scout perspective, the scouts told me I had a really good game, right? But when you look at that tape, bro,
that's how you gotta start off with that. That's how you know it was bad. The scout said I played good.
Man, the scout said, "Hey, listen, now look, we evaluated the tape.
Like we know it's Bama.
You know what I'm saying? Just from a position perspective, we thought you really did your thing. You played at a high level, right? But damn, look, listen." Bro, I think we lost like 49. It was like 49-7 or 49-0.
52-6.
Oh Lord, 52.
It was 52-0. Then Benny Fowler took a hitch to the crib at the end of the game with like no.
That's
time.
because Buddy had his shoes untied. Buddy. Buddy had his shoe. Listen, they was ready to get up out of there. They had his shoulder pads unstrapped back then. At that point of the game, 52. Coach, hey, Coach, listen, you give me a spring ball. Look, you give me in winter conditioning. Coach,
I was about to see y'all for about a month after this play. You right,
man. You ain't gonna see me. You ain't gonna see me for 2 weeks. I ain't even gonna take the bus home. Look, I'm
gonna fly back.
I got my per diem. I'm flying back.
I fly back commercial. I'm good. Bro,
And this before NIL, so you know they got the little donor money, the little envelope, like you know what I'm saying, sitting right up under the little
right, man.
pillow. Man,
Taking
them
my
boys.
punk ass PlayStation I got from my $400 Best Buy card, thinking I'm
Oh
sweet and
man,
shit. Man, that was crazy, bro. That was
man.
crazy. But
But you would have the same reaction if you
yeah,
had to play them Bama boys, especially the way that they, you know, the way they going. Like you got, you know, Milrow went out there and started lighting it up over the last, you know, few weeks, and honestly, they have not utilized him the right way running the football, and you saw that against Georgia a little bit where they ran him a little bit, and you realize, damn, buddy fast. Like, you know, it ain't no situation where he just back there kicking it. Like, buddy got some real speed, and so I think you're gonna see that against Michigan. Michigan ain't played nobody like this before.
yeah, I don't feel like Michigan's offense is gonna be able to sustain Alabama's defense, man. I just don't see it. Like they had a good run in the Big Ten. They did well versus Ohio State, but these boys down here, it's just different football. And Michigan got that MO. Once they get to these games, low key, keep it at a buck. Ohio State do better in these games, in these games than Michigan does. Michigan got blown out by
Absolutely.
TCU, what 40 last year or something
But they
crazy.
about to get
Like,
blown out again,
they
boy.
gonna get blown. Hey,
They gonna
I
pick
think
little
I
Corum up,
think it was
walk
last time
buddy
I
on
checked,
up
it
out
was
of there.
Bama. Last time I checked, it was Bama plus 210 on the FanDuel. I might have to check him out one time. A point,
Bro, watch by the time Bama gonna be favored by the time they get to the
by the week at the
actual
end of the
game.
week. Yeah, that's a
Bro,
fact.
in the next 30 days, after people really go through these
Yeah.
teams, bro, let me tell you something. Because the thing about it is they're gonna start to show the old highlights when Bama played them again before. Because Michigan got the same treatment we did after they whooped up on us. They end up whooping up on them boys the next year or two.
Yep.
So I mean, at the end of the day, Alabama's just a different breed. I think the biggest thing about playing those types of teams like, you know, Alabama, Georgia, we had really good players on our team. The biggest thing about them is they have really good players at every single position. And then there's depth behind those really good players with another set of really good players. So by the time our really good players got to being so expended, they done sent in a whole new set of really good players. And now we like, damn, like, you know what I'm saying? Like this dude been sitting behind you. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like when we played them, they hit us with, you know, Mark Ingram, and then all of a sudden Trent Richardson, and then boo, by the third, fourth quarter, we got Eddie Lacy. Like at the end of the day, man, you got three dudes that end up being Pro Bowlers in the National Football League. So come on, bro. Like it's a different breed of recruitment. It's a different breed of player when it comes to those top tier SEC schools.
I will say though, this is probably the most even keeled Bama team that I've seen with the rest of the country. And I feel like it's because of the NIL, because kids don't have to know they don't have to go to Bama in order to be good, or in order to go to Bama to make sure they good. You feel what I'm saying? So it's just they can go do it the right way and still stay in their home state and still get paid, take care of the fam, and ball out and go to the league. It's like it's more than just one way to make it. And I feel like that's kind of hurt Bama a little bit, just on the fact that other teams can get good players, and they don't have to sit behind. They can go in and play right away. Bama always gonna get the best, so you gonna get the guys that like you said, those guys that are the twos and the threes that can still come off the bench and go for 200 off 4 catches. Like, you know
That's
what I'm
crazy.
saying?
Like they
So it's
got
just
those
like,
babies.
yeah.
he been sitting over there the whole semester. Like, man, coach ain't even messing with me, bro.
Bro, he's 6'6", like 215, just waiting to just go dunk on somebody.
Just
Like,
go
bro,
crazy, man.
where
I
did
knew,
he come
coach. I
from?
knew Buddy was gonna get hurt. Man. He
But
didn't do his extra lift this week.
our next matchup, who's the next? It was Texas. Who is it? Texas.
Texas, Washington, though.
Washington. See, I had Washington, Florida State in my head, and I had Texas and Texas. I had my top 4 was Michigan, Texas, Washington, FSU.
Okay.
So I had FSU in there.
Just by default, bro, because we both played, and it's like, bro, if I'm undefeated from a conference like the ACC,
Like,
Man, why would we not be in it? You feel me? This Florida State historic. We talking Bobby
that's what
Boughton,
I'm
Jimbo
saying, dog.
Fisher. Like, come on, like we can't even. Like that was the thing that I think that threw me off, and a lot of I would say analysts on ESPN and all the other media outlets, they made great points when they basically said it's about the money, it's about the allure, it's about the big bucks they can bring to the
Right.
box office, right? Steve Sarkisian in Texas going up against his old school
Yeah.
in Washington, and then you got Jim Harbaugh versus Bama and Nick Saban. And so at the end of the day, it's about the dollars, right? If they had prime time down in Florida State, it would have been a crazy reaction, and they probably would have got in at 13-0. If they have Deion Sanders, they get in because the type of money that comes behind prime time, they would have put those dudes. I'm talking about ahead of. They probably would have finished number 2. Goddamn it. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
no,
And
you
that's
right.
just based off the money. And that's just, and that's a tough, I think that's a tough pill to swallow for those guys. But it's just at the end of the day, Mike Norvell is not going to change personality wise who he is. But I bet next year, if they in that situation, they're gonna find a way to hype them boys up all the way through the year until they get, you know what I'm saying, to where it's they lead no doubt.
That's a fact. That's a fact. Nah, but I just heard him saying. I heard one of the committee members is talking about how, like, if they had Jordan Travis, that it would have made a difference in their pick. And I mean, it makes sense, like you said, like the ratings and them not having their starting quarterback. People probably may not want to, touch it or watch it. You know what I'm saying? So it's just like all it's crazy that all that has a factor in. It's not about who's the best team anymore. Like when it
Mm-hmm.
comes down to these situations, you feel what I mean? Like we could have the best team, lose our quarterback in the last couple games, and y'all don't let us in because our quarterback, our number one player, not playing. That's wild. That
But
is
do you think they
wild.
do that for the other programs though? So like say like Michael Penix Jr., he up for the Heisman, you know what I'm saying, just like Buddy was, and they lose him. Do you think they still give, Washington the nod, like how they, or they would boot them out like how they did Florida State, knowing because I think this is the thing, like at the time they're going throughout the season, there's ranked opponents that they have to face. They have to either go on the road or they defending their home turf against these ranked opponents. If you undefeated against all your challenges, I feel like by default, bro, they should have had an opportunity to get in. But it's just like they talked about, bro. That SEC is so powerful, bro. The
Yeah.
the hand of the SEC, like, is so powerful in the sports world in general
Yeah.
that it's undeniable that they, you know what I'm saying, what the motive is when it came down to these 4 playoff teams. Like if JJ McCarthy is not with Michigan, do you think I know for a fact Michigan still gets in.
Oh
They
yeah.
going, you know what I'm saying, just by the
Tradition.
flip of the yeah, like
You're right. This is
it
this is
sucks, bro, because
Michigan
Florida
football.
State got a rich tradition too. You know what I mean? So, but it's I would say it's a tough subject to continue to grasp and go through. I think the biggest thing is just 12 teams next year, boy. We about to see a hell of a playoffs.
They said if we had 12 teams this year, who Michigan would have a bye, Washington would have a bye, and then I saw the layout. It was actually pretty cool, and it makes more sense to me because then you won't be having all these like questions after the season, like all these like UCFs and Cincinnati's and you know what I'm
Mm-hmm.
saying, Liberties. It's just like you like,
They
wait,
might get they might get that first game because them type of teams
yeah, but
always
that's
get that
cool
first
though.
game.
Yeah, like you never
Yeah.
know. Like I like that. It's just I mean it's a lot of wear and tear, but when you call we young man, we trying to go ball out. We trying to max it out. We ain't tripping on that. So I do like
Mm-hmm.
it. The 12 team playoff, college football playoff, but yeah, man, Michigan, Bama. Who you got? Who you got? Michigan versus Bama. I
I'm
think I
taking
know.
Bama. I'm taking
Yeah.
Bama by 14. I'm
About
gonna say
14. I
14
feel like
light.
you
I'm
put
gonna
that
take
twang in your
14 light.
voice. You said that 14.
Yeah, that 14. But I'm gonna put it that way just because, like, I just think at the end of the day, Alabama's gonna overwhelm Michigan like towards the third and fourth quarter. Like Michigan has a phenomenal defense, bro. I'm gonna be
Mm-hmm.
real with you. They like when I'm looking at them play football technique wise, they're as good as they come. DB wise, I don't necessarily know because they ain't never really seen that type of speed. Marvin Harrison Jr. is a
They
is a
ain't
different
seen.
breed, and
They
he
might have
still
seen like
got
a
off.
good QB, some decent receivers, some good receivers, a decent QB. Yeah, they
Yeah,
about to see.
they haven't. They ain't
Yeah,
seen both that can really put it
yeah,
together like that.
yeah.
And so, at the end of the day, I think that's the reason why I get them plus 14 on that. They're gonna go. I think Bama will win by 14, 28-14, or shoot, I might even give them 31-14. To be honest with you,
Mm.
I just feel like Michigan gonna come out. Everybody got a good script. Harbaugh gonna have a great script that first series or two. They're gonna get on the board, and then Bama gonna do exactly what they did to Georgia. They're gonna, what I'm saying, make plays, and then just for what I'm saying, as long as they keep making, mistake free football, bro, they gonna outlast them boys.
Yeah, I like your pick, man. I do think I think it's gonna be about a 10-point game. I'm gonna be real. I think Bama gonna win by 10. I like Michigan to get on the board early and then kind of
Hmm.
slow it down afterwards. I think Bama, like you said, gonna pick it up when it in that third, fourth quarter once they get a little bit of that ground and pound on the front on that Michigan front, bro. Like
Oh
that's
yeah,
it's not necessarily more so the receivers and the quarterback. It's more so that front. We know how that Bama front is, man, and I feel like that's the
insane.
part that's never really changed for real. Like they always
Never.
gonna get them. They get them boys that just yeah. So I feel like I'm gonna go with Bama. Let's say 24-14. I got
Okay,
Bama in this game.
I like that. I mean, honestly, I like it, bro. I mean, man, I'm telling you, bro, for us, from experience, going up against a Nick Saban team, just understanding the type of mindset he gonna bring to that bowl game, how hard those dudes work over this next 30
Mhm.
days leading up to that bowl game, because a lot of people think, okay, it's Christmas break, bowl game, we're gonna be chilling.
Oh no.
Nah, Nick Saban be having them boys, and and honestly, Coach D fell off the same, Nick Saban tree, bro. We was working hard throughout that bowl practice too, bro. Coach D knew the challenge that we had ahead of us. He knew. We just didn't have enough, I would say, in the stable to keep up with those boys. But at the end of the day, it's gonna be a good matchup for the first half. But I got Bama plus 14. But shoot, let's talk about this Texas Washington boy. That's
Mm.
gonna be a whole different one now.
Mm.
You know what
I ain't
I'm
gonna
saying?
lie, man. I smell. I'm a Penix Jr. guy, man.
Okay.
He got my Heisman vote. I think he's a beast. This game just kind of scares me a little bit, brother. Just a little bit. Like you said, it's too much emotion involved in this game. That's the scary part. Like when it's a lot of
Yeah.
emotion involved, like you said with Sark, like in his old squad, it's just like you like, man, Penix Jr. up for the Heisman. It's just like, but
He good though, bro.
I got to say I gotta go with my dog. I gotta go with MP. Gotta go with
Okay.
MP. I'm gonna say Washington. Their defense scares me. They let up a lot of points. Okay,
Terrible
I
defense.
take the over every single time. I'm gonna say
Every
I'm gonna say 42, 44, 41 Washington
shootout. Okay. Oh
shootout.
my God.
Yeah, because
That's a
Texas will
shootout.
surprise you now and put some points up. I like their
Nah.
running back. Yeah, I like Texas.
And they got a Worthy out there on the
Yeah,
edge
yeah,
now. That little receiver. Now hold on now. That might be my cousin. Now let's shout out that boy Xavier Worthy going crazy, boy. Hey, but look, as far as this game though, Texas has a really good defense. So I think at the end of the day, they'll be able to cut short some of those explosive plays. They're gonna play a lot of shell cover forward. I mean, but Michael Penix Jr. and those guys, you already know from an offense perspective, they're gonna hit a lot of switch routes, a lot of over routes. They are challenging every principle that you have as far as a defensive back. Them boys dangerous. I'm talking about it's so crazy just to see the amount of 20-yard plays that they have just throwing the football, bro. I'm talking about it's just chunk play after chunk play after chunk play, and that's what makes them so scary to play. Because technically, you could still have a good game, but if they have one or two plays that pop for touchdowns, it's like, damn, You know what I mean? Like they can score real fast, bro. And I think that's what makes them so scary. But bro. I for some reason I'm leaning towards this Texas upset. Um, they're gonna have Vince Young in the building. You know what I'm
Oh
saying?
man,
He
they're
might
gonna
throw a
have
little zone
Matthew
read,
McConaughey gonna
little
be there.
Matthew. You know what I
He
mean?
said
They
little
look, they gonna
Matthew.
have the stars in the little Matthew. They gonna have the stars in the building. And so I don't know, man. I'm leaning more towards Texas, just from the perspective they don't fear nobody in this tournament because they've beat the very best team technically in this tournament, which is Bama.
Yeah.
So that's what kind of gives me that. Like these boys coming in there and playing, you know what I'm saying, with house money, they ain't got nothing to lose.
It's just
So
gonna be
they should be
interesting.
favored.
It's gonna be interesting. It's gonna be interesting to see, man, how these two teams match up against each other. One team has the air attack with the. I ain't gonna lie. I don't know if it was at the beginning. I didn't know if it was the receivers or Penix Jr. that was cold like that. His receiver core is cold.
Routes.
Oh my gosh, they do it all. They go get it. They go across the middle. I like what's his name, Polk. I'm a fan.
Mm-hmm.
I'm a fan, Polk. Y'all keep doing your thing, but it's gonna be a good. It's gonna be a good matchup. That's gonna be the one I'm rating. I'm waiting to see, and I do like your Texas call. That's definitely a good one.
I think it's gonna come down to a shootout too, though, bro.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go 28-27,
Ooh.
Texas.
Oh, the spread probably gonna be like 65.
I
You
know.
big
Listen, but
under. You big under. Okay, I
I'm
like
big
it though.
under. Because I feel like you got a month to prepare. I feel like the Washington defense gonna play better than what we expect. Like back to back weeks like that, they probably know like for shit, we gonna put up 30. So we
Mm-hmm.
really ain't, you know what I'm saying? We pass rushing really. But
Right.
it's like against this team, it ain't gonna be like that. So I just, and Texas, I feel like they're going to want to run the football and play action pass. Like they're gonna run the football because you got to realize, bro, the Washington Huskies are scoring in 2 to 3 minutes sometimes, bro. Like it's, you know what I'm saying?
And
Like
their defense lets you they give drives up long as the same drives up. You're right.
yes, because they know, like, bro, these dudes is scoring. I'm talking about, and I ain't never seen watching that Oregon game, dog. I know you would have loved to have been a receiver in that game, bro. These dudes, they just running whatever they wanted, bro. I'm sitting there like, man, the concepts, bro. And as a 7-on-7 coach, I started writing some of that shit down. I ain't gonna
As you
hold you. I started
should.
writing them stacks
I have
down,
my
the little
clicker
motions.
at the
I said,
crib,
oh,
like, JC, get out my way.
what?
I'm clicking.
Like, hey, son, can you run this?
Yeah. Wait, you coach his flag team too?
Oh yeah,
Oh,
bro. I
that's
coach
tough.
I coach all them boys.
That's
So
tough.
they can get off the press though. That pass rushing.
I seen bro get off that press. He tried to like off press jam him too. He came up to him and said, "Ah." I said, "Oh."
Mm-hmm.
I said, "Oh yeah."
He had to learn the hard. He
That's a
had to
little
learn the hard
word.
way against a
That's a
couple
little word.
little.
Nah, but you got a score for me for this game. I said 44. Oh, you said what again? 20.
Man, I said 28-27. I think Texas is gonna kick a late field goal to win. It's gonna be 28-27.
28-7 Texas over Washington. You heard the man. But nah, we gonna wrap it up, man. It was great getting back with y'all. Talk some football with y'all. Me and Ware, we happy to be back on the mic to get our shit off with y'all, man. It was been a great episode.
Mm-hmm.
Anything more from Word?
Hey man, shoot, go green, go white, bro. We gonna see what these boys talking about coming in the next year. Let's see. Shout out my Packers. Shout out Jaden Reed and them boys out there. They got a nice little dub against the Chiefs this weekend. Them boys look good on Sunday night. So yeah, man, I'm good, man. Happy holidays, everybody.
Happy holidays, man. We'll tap in with y'all. This is Spartan Factory, brought to you by Beyond the Big Ten. I'm BJ Cunningham. This is Jerel Worthy. We'll holla at y'all.